Well, hello everyone, Dan Hurd with Dan Hurd Prospecting here. Welcome back to my channel. And if you're new, welcome. I hope to earn your subscription today. I'm back here on the Fraser River in very, very high water. Usually I don't get to the Fraser for gold panning until late July, early August, but I came in early this year while the water was still high on purpose. There was some gold panning I wanted to do at high water. So wish me luck, and I hope you enjoy. Now, I was hoping the water would be a lot higher than this. I'm actually shocked how far down it is already. Obviously, at high water, the water is up at the level where the trees are there, the rocks stop and the trees start. Way up there. Right now, it's down about 20 feet from that point. I want to pan under these rocks right here, and I was hoping the water would be like right there, and I could just dig, pan, dig, pan, dig, pan. But with the water down that far, I have to dig, scramble down all the rocks till I find a spot I can get by the water's edge, pan, then scramble all the way back up to dig more. Not ideal. I was really hoping this would be a little bit simpler so I could just, pan right where I'm digging. Anyhow, I'm gonna make it work one way or the other. I am shocked that the water is down this far already. It does look like I'll be able to pan down there. It's just meaning having to walk over the jagged rocks all the way down each time. Now, we have done lots of work on this claim in the past. That little body of water right there, we actually found a lot of pickers in it. We found a few pickers up where that gravel is. Obviously, gravel is filled in since we dug it out, but we have found pickers there. This crevice right here treated both Pete and I very well over multiple trips. We did clear it right out. There shouldn't be anything left in there. Way up on the bedrock. There's no chance of gold that's coming down the river washing up this high and new deposits. The only new deposits that might happen on this bedrock is anything that washes out from above. So that crack treated us very well. Mike did some work up in the gravels over there and got quite a bit of fine gold. We did some work in the gully and got a little bit, and a lot of work over that knob. We've worked this claim hard. But one thing that I've never really got a chance to hit too hard is this Boulder field up here. We have found good gold in it, but it's so hard to dig up high and then walk down 40 feet to the water. So, well, I was hoping today I could do a better job. Unfortunately, I'm just gonna make it work. Now to choose the spot I'm gonna work today. I don't want to go under too big of boulders because I need to be able to move them. So like these are really big boulders. Even though that spot looks good, I can't really move those boulders. Over here, there are some that I could move, but there's a lot of that shale around it. So who knows how deep a shale I'd have to dig through. I have worked over here some, got good gold. I could go up as far as this. I can move those boulders. I could get in there. It is a crevice. Let's start with that. I do have to watch out about this barbed wire. Don't hurt myself on the barbed wire. Get it out of the way. And then just start grabbing rocks and chucking. Well, there we be. We cleared a lot of the little boulders away from in here. I can get right down in there, all the way down here, right down to the bottom of that crevice. Over there, you see some bedrock there, bedrock here. There must be a crevice in between the two of them. These guys can go at a later date, but let's get this material down here dug out first, because that's where those boulders would end up. Gotta think it through. Let's get the first pan done. So I'm going to start at the bottom here and move up. I just went down about 4 inches and I got to the bottom of this crevice. So we are actually down onto bedrock. I won't do a great job of cleaning the bottom until I've got a lot of the, mass of material off the top. But I will come back afterwards, and I brought my vacuum today. So I'll actually vacuum out every one of these little crevices to see what's in the bottom. I've found at previous trips to this claim that if we just take that kind of cleaning job, we missed the best stuff at the bottom. We did a preliminary clean of one crevice one year and got some good gold. I went back and with picks and vacuums and everything and cleaned that crevice out later, and we got twice as much gold from just the cracks and crevices at the bottom as we did from all the material on top. So I will be going back and cleaning this stuff out. But first, we got to get the material off the top. And a really neat thing about this claim is I have never come here once where I've dug out onto this bedrock and not seen gold before it's gone into my pan. There's a piece right there. I'll get the close up on it so you can see what I'm talking about. But there's a little flake of gold just sitting on bedrock waiting for me to put it in my pan. There it is, flake o' gold. Just a small one though. Let's get her in the pan and keep going. I actually see a little one over there too, but it's just a speck. And there's another. They're everywhere. 2 flakes visible like that within seconds, plus a couple of little guys. I've got high hopes for this pan. Well, I did see 2 more flecks go into the pan, so I know there's at least 4 in there. But my thought is, if I see 4, there must be hundreds or a lot, because I'm only seeing the ones that are on top of the gravel. How many are below the gravel when I'm scooping it up? So I have a feeling this could be a good pan. Well, let's go find out. Now, where to pan? Apparently there's a train going by. Oh, there is. There's the choo-choo train. Ooh, I see a crack down there. I need to clean out one of these days. Crack like that could just be loaded in gold. There's some loose rocks there. I might even be able to, I might do one of the pans from there today, later on. Wish me luck! Pan is loaded in black sand. I can see that already. Let's check this out. Okay, let's see what there is. I'm guessing 30 to 40 pieces of gold. See a piece of lead. I see some gold. Oh, but I only see maybe 10 pieces of gold up there. Let's get those all in one spot and show you on the close-up. Now, from what I saw going into the pan, I thought for sure I would find more than that coming out. Not that I'm disappointed, that's still a really good haul for my first pan. I will still dig there, but I thought I was going to get about 4 times that much. And of course, the one big chunk of lead. We have chunks of lead like this all over this claim. These are fishing weights, and makes it a pain in the butt to detect this claim, because those are everywhere. But so is that. And back for pan 2. And rolling the first big boulder of the day. Get this guy out of my way. So I can get all the way across the bottom of this crack, because this seems to be a very, very slick surface going down. So I want to get the very bottom all the way across. Pan 2. Only saw 1 piece of gold go in there, so it might not be as good. I managed to move to the left a little bit. This big flat sheet keeps going down, so I will keep working down there before I go up where I actually want to go originally. Often, once you see what the bedrock looks like, you do change your plan. So right now, I've changed it a little bit. Stratified material, get all that gold to sink to the bottom. All that gold. Since the last pan I saw 4 pieces go in and I got about 10. Here I only saw 1 piece go in. I'm guessing there's only 2 or 3 in this. And I was watching more carefully this time too, so we'll see. We have to move spots, we move spots, but I won't do that for at least 10 pans up there. I really want to give that a good effort. Okay, let's see what that holds. Yep. 3 pieces of gold. I lost one of them. One was over here somewhere. 2, 3. There's a few little fly poops, but that's kind of what I thought. So not much gold in this pan. Lots of fly poops. 2 bigger pieces. I think I will now move up the hill a little bit and see if up under those boulders gives me better. Now this claim has produced many nuggets. I've got lots and lots of nuggets out of here. Pickers nuggets. I've found pans that have like 50 to 100 pieces of gold. Way better than what I'm doing so far. So I still want to hit that spot hard, but I'm not gonna spend all day there if those are the kind of results I'm getting. I will go to a better spot. Now, of course, I will vacuum all that out in a bit, but right now I'm going up under the bigger rocks. Well, there's pan 3 ready, and no visible gold this time. It seems to be going downhill, not uphill. Actually, I'm going uphill. Maybe that's why I'm going up downhill, as I'm going uphill. I will continue for now. Eventually I'll move. The river just about washed my pan away. Wasn't paying attention, working my camera, and a wave came through. One really big rock in there. Somehow it got by my classifier. Not as much material this time around. So no visible gold going in, not as much material. I will still count this as one of the 10 pans I do up there. But, hey, why am I being negative? It's gonna be loaded. Don't be negative, think positive. It's gonna be loaded in gold. I actually see one piece in there already. That's a good sign. Often you see gold on the very back corners of your pan. One pull in the back corners. That's typical when you're panning. You're not doing anything wrong, although that is a good sign that that's good time to stratify again, bring it all down to the bottom, shake it in. Okay, well, let's have a look. Yep. There's gold, about as much as the last time. I see 3 or 4 pieces, but that's not what this claim's about. So it is the Fraser. There is gold everywhere, but we can do better than that. And we will before this day is done. I'm about to move some big rocks, so I better vacuum up down here before I drop those rocks where I wanted to vacuum. So when vacuuming, the first thing you do is clean the area all around, then you take your pick and just scratch through each of the cracks. Break up any material that's still down there. Beautiful sound, I know. And vacuum up those cracks one more time. And this is a wet dry vac, so it can take a little bit of water, though you can't actually go and, you know, dredge with the thing or anything like that. It can just take a little bit of water. This looks like a loose rock. Is that a loose rock? Don't want to break off. There it is, loose rock. Okay, back to vacuuming. And there we are. We've done a good job of cleaning the bottom of all those cracks. There's a fair amount of material in the vacuum, but it's by no means full. So I will just go and move some stuff above it and continue. Well, a bunch of prying and whatnot. That rock there is holding up both of those big guys on top of it. By myself, I don't think I can move it or is safe to move it. So maybe I'll just go up that way and see what that little crevice holds. Been a while since I had the camera on, so I thought I'd just turn on the camera and show you what I'm up to. I found myself a really juicy crevice right here. It's nice, thick, deep, right below the rocks, right where I want to be. I'm filling up my classifier with material right now because my pan actually has all the vacuuming stuff in the bottom in it right now. I did vacuum a little bit more. I filled in where I vacuumed here, but there's a bit more in the vacuum. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to empty the vacuum back into that pan. Then I will fill this classifier, I will go down with both of them, and we'll pan them out separately so I can figure out what we vacuumed versus what's in the new crevice. Well, 2 pans full. One with vacuumings, one with the new crevice. Should I carry them down together, or is that just dumb? One at a time. Okay. And the vacuumings first. You can feel it's locked up on the bottom still. There we go. That's got it moving. Too much clay or too much of the same size or too much something, too much mud, and the material can stick to the bottom and not move around down at the bottom and not let the gold sink to the bottom of the pan. If you feel that, if you feel like the pan is harder to move than it should be, then you have to move it more until it loosens up and starts sliding around nicely. Now I'm guessing, because this is vacuuming, that I will find way more gold here than I found in the last 2 pans, which I guess that's 3 pans. I think I've done 3 already. Didn't show very much. But because I managed to vacuum off the bottom, I assume there'll be a lot in here. Famous last words. I see one piece. One piece washing out the back corners. If it washes out again, I'll stop and bring out the close-up camera and show you. Of course, it's not there this time. Now this wasn't classified, this was just vacuumed. So only the size of rocks that can fit through the vacuum hose will have made it into this pan, which is kind of a way of classifying. But you'll notice some of these rocks are bigger than I normally have, because bigger rocks can fit through the classifier, bigger rocks can fit through the vacuum than I get in my classifier. Okay, come on, baby. Gold. Don't prove me wrong. Be more than that first pan. Okay, here we go. About the same amount as that first pan. One nice flake. That's a bit more. Okay, I might not be on it up there. That's a nice flake though. It is crazy how much garnet is in this pan. It's like just straight garnet sand. Well, garnet and magnetite, black sand. But there is a lot of garnet in here. But we can't forget there's gold too. Right now, I'm guessing that we are on a spot that we've cleared before in some way. Someone's panned there before, because even a random spot on this claim should be giving me more gold than this. So I will do that crevice pan that I have up there and probably vacuum out what I've cleared of that crevice. But then we're moving on, unless it shows us something, because that's less than just random. And the new crevice is not showing anymore. There's gold, but it's nothing to write home about. So I'm gonna vacuum the bottom of that new crevice and then move on. This is the new crevice, but again, lots of gold, not what it should be. It was a very small area that made that pan just right there. It's not gonna take me long to vacuum out the bottom, and it definitely won't be a full pan's worth, but I can't leave something half cleared like that without vacuuming it, considering what I found in the past by cleaning out the bottom of crevices. It's not very much material, but I can't leave a crevice like that unvacuumed when I have the vacuum right here. So let's go pan out a little bit, see if I got at least one flake. Whether I find good gold today or not, I love being out on the Fraser River panning. It is like my Zen moment or something like that. I just love being here. So relaxing, so fun. Love the treasure hunt. Love the chance that I might find a nugget. I think if I don't find anything here, I'm gonna try that crevice. Clean out that crevice and see if, oh, maybe even that crevice too. See if there's any nuggets down here. Though I can't believe I haven't cleaned that one out before. Well, this should be quick. Well, at least one flake. I'd be very shocked if vacuuming the bottom of a crevice didn't produce at least one flake. Okay, come on, one flake. 10 flakes. Oh, I see a couple. Oh, one that's not too bad. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Although only one is really anything to speak of. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There was a 6th. 5. We have 5. Now, one of the rules here in BC is that you're not allowed to take bedrock and break it to get the gold that's in it. I do consider when you have bedrock like this that's fractured and already loose, that is not breaking it. If I can move it, if it moves, I consider it not broken. It's already loose. So I should be able to remove those in there and get the material that's down in them. And it's very important when you remove these chunks here that you get all that juicy material, because that's where the gold is hidden. It's loose. It's just jammed in there. I'll get it out somehow. Look at all that juicy, juicy juice in there. Juicy, juicy juice. That's where you find the nuggets. All of that stuff. Ooh, nugget. Don't I wish. There's the juicy stuff. That clay that goes down inside cracks like this. That's what holds the gold. Clear that off really good before you get rid of that rock. Well, not a lot of material, but I got like a quarter pan of stuff. Let's see if there's anything surprising in there. Was there anything in the crevice? Nada. Well, there you go. The answer is no. Well, where to go to now? I'll find something. I think I'll just find some of these little pockets and clear them out. Cleared this one out mostly already in the pan. I think I'll just look around for more of them. Clear them out, put them in the pan and see what happens. And another little piece of gold, just sitting on bedrock, waiting for me to pick it up. Just getting the shade on it just right so you can see that it's gold and not just something white flashing back. Gold! Boulder down! Not sure if that's 1 or 2 flakes side by side right there, but more gold on bedrock. Love seeing gold on bedrock. When panning, that's probably my favorite thing to do. Well, there's a pan full of cracks and crevices and things all through here. Just downhill from where I was working, behind a rock, in a hole, random stuff. Let's see. Oh yeah, there's the best pan of the day. Nice. Well, that's as much as the last 5 pans combined. Let's get in one spot and get a close-up on it. Now, if only every pan could look like that. I do have to admit that pan took me like 15 minutes to load because I was just getting the cracks and crevices in that slate. Now that's more typical for this claim. What we get at low water, at least. Time for a drink. No, I'm not sponsored by Gatorade. Maybe I should be. Well, let's try another from here. From there. So the second pan from that spot, every bit as good as the first. This is more typical for a random spot on the claim. I just gotta find that non-random spot that is holding the bigger stuff. This claim has it. I know it does. I've found it here lots before. I just have to find it. That's not bad for one pan. I'm pretty sure I could get those same quantities all day long up this draw. But I want the bigger stuff. I know I found multiple bigger pieces at the top of this ridge. Maybe I'll go up there and see if there's another spot I can dig. Now, under these rocks right here, down in that little crevice, I pulled multiple big pickers out. And look at this, there's panning ponds up here. I wonder what else I can find. Let's see if there's somewhere I can dig. I love to move these rocks, but they are beyond me. Now, I know I've worked here before. This is just on the other side of that little groove where I found all the big pickers. And I didn't find much, but maybe it's worth another shot. Maybe I just wasn't down onto them. Maybe I just wasn't lucky that day. Maybe I'm lucky today. Maybe, maybe, maybe. Well, there we go. I cleared what I could of that little spot there into the pan without using the vacuum. If it shows good gold, I'll bring the vacuum up and see what we find. I have a feeling I've done this before, this spot. It was just too easy to dig. It's really deep in material over there. Anyhow, let's see what's in it. We have this awesome little panning puddle up here. So nice when you're on the Fraser, you can find one of these puddles to pan in. You don't have to worry about surging water or being by the dangerous water or anything. You just sit at the puddle and pan. Now, I think I've cleared that area once before, years back. But because the only gravels that could go back in there are more gravels from that same high deposit, if that high deposit had any gold in it, it could have just repositioned it down there. That's one of those spots that might actually replenish every year. And if I'm remembering correctly, it was pretty nice up there. It's kind of one of the reasons I want the water really high so I could pan right where I dug, but these panning puddles kind of do it for me. I thought I saw one piece of gold go into the pan. There was one flash on one of my scoops that when I went looking for it, I couldn't find it, but it kind of looked like a flash of gold. So let's hope there's at least one piece. As the day wears on, I get more and more tired. I start panning slower and slower. Ooh, lots of heavy black rocks. That's a good sign. There's some heavies down there. Come on, heavies as in gold, not just black rocks. Oh, I think I just saw a flash of gold. Let's have a look. Lots of heavy black rocks. Ooh, nice flake of gold. Oh, a big flake of gold. That is nice. I just found where I'm spending the rest of the day. Look at that flake. It's a picker. That's a pan of gold. Now that is a nice piece of gold, but they still get a heck of a lot bigger than that here. Alrighty then. If you can pick it up with your fingers, it's a picker. It's a picker. And the pan is just loaded with these magnetite rocks. So you know that spot is concentrating the heavies. These big black metallic looking rocks made of magnetite, they would be magnetic, are very heavy, and they fall out where the gold would fall out. I'm on it. Earlier I found a pan down there that was just loaded in garnets, and I thought, wow, I was on a spot of heavies. Like, look at all these garnets. And then all the rest of the pans that were in good spots only had magnetite, no garnet. Then I realized it was the vacuum. Last time I used that vacuum was at Garnet Beach. I was collecting garnets, and there was probably lots of garnets left in the hose, of course. But the heavies here are full of magnetite, not garnet. I made the puddle muddy. Ooh, look at that view. That is nice. There's the canyon. Just imagine it, water up here at high water. Crazy. I think I'll do another pan like that one, just up under that rock, and then I'll bring up the vacuum and vacuum out all these cracks and crevices. Well, another pan full. Takes a while to fill these pans digging in around this bedrock, but it should be worth it. Let's hope it's every bit as good as the last. What a beautiful day. Not too hot today. It was raining this morning. Nice and cool. That's nice for prospecting. Not cold, but cool. Watch this one be a dud. Oh, just saw a piece of gold. Not a dud. There's at least one in there. Two pieces of gold in the back corner right now. Two pieces of gold. I love this claim, but you know, one of the biggest problems with this claim is the hike in. It is brutal. No, hike in is easy. Hike out is brutal. And you have to park on the railway company's land up top. I sent in my notice saying I would be there. And I also talked with some of the workers up top asking where I could park that I wouldn't be in the way. And they pointed out the right spot. They said that it's no problem as long as I don't block the access to the tracks. Ooh, lots of magnetite. Let's hope for gold. I didn't see any when I washed it back quickly there. Okay, let's see. Lots of magnetite. Oh, I see gold. Oh, I see lots of gold. Not as good as the last one, but still pretty good. Can't complain about that. One more pan, then we pull out the vacuum. Now, I wasn't sure if I had cleared down there or not previously, but I am positive I cleared up there. And we're still getting gold in the pan. So this is what's known as flood gold. It's gold that has come in the last couple floods. But it's kind of high bank gold as well, because I know it's washing off the bank. And that brings me to today's geology lesson of the day. Flood gold, bank gold, and bedrock gold. 3 different types of deposits that you find when you're out gold panning. Well, flood gold is gold that is brought in sometime in the last year or two. Typically found in the top few inches of the gravel bar, replenishes every year as new floods come in. Spring runoff always brings down new gold. And those deposits often, as you get through the top couple inches, disappear or get worse. They're better on the top. Bank gold is gold that's left high and dry away from the river. Those deposits can be equal throughout. They can be dead at the top, good at the bottom, they can be anything, but the river isn't currently changing those deposits or giving new gold to bank deposits. And then bedrock. Bedrock gold is old gold. Gold that probably got deposited hundreds, millions of years ago, long time ago, and has been sitting on bedrock ever since. Bedrock gold usually doesn't get replenished. Yes, flood gold can come down and land on bedrock, but bedrock gold is typically stuff that's been there for a long time and often very big. Once you've depleted your bedrock deposit, usually that's done. There you go. Flood gold, bank gold, and bedrock gold. Today's geology lesson of the day. All right, one more pan before the vacuum. Do I go right? Do I go left? Do I go right? Do I go left? Right, left, right, left, right, left. I like the looks of that little deposit up underneath there. I'm positive I would have cleared that out last time. Now let's see if I made the right decision. Yeah, baby. Gold, gold everywhere. And nice looking stuff. Loving it. It's kind of funny, on an overcast, bright day like this. So it's overcast, there's clouds in the skies, but it's a bright day. Gold often looks like this. It looks white because it's reflecting the sky, reflecting the clouds in the sky. And you often don't get the really nice yellow look to the gold on an overcast day. And if you put your hand over it, shade it from the sky, less light, the camera picks up the gold color much better. Although that piece there I think is just covered in mercury. Okay, I'm not tired of digging yet. Let's go to the right and see what I missed over there. Left had good gold, let's see if right had the picker. And now it is ready for the vacuum. Pan that out and get the vacuum. 'Cause I am getting tired. Okay, was left every bit as good as right. Or was right the right decision? It was obviously the right decision. Was it the right decision? Let's have a look. Still gold, but not as much. So, yes, left was the right decision. So not great, but not terrible. And here's your gold panning tip of the day. The best gold is always sitting on bedrock, but you will never get it all out with a shovel, a pick, or your hands. Find yourself a wire brush, a coarse or like a stiff bristled plastic brush, or of course, the vacuum. And get that gold from the bottom of those cracks. There's a piece. Well, I did quite the vacuum job on that bedrock there. I'm assuming I've got a full pan worth in the vacuum, and I know there's gold in it. Absolute no. Now, how much? That's another story. Let's find out. I should be sponsored by Milwaukee as well. Well, it doesn't quite look like a full pan. I thought there was more in there other than that. Let's get it in the pan. Half a pan of vacuumings. And off to my panning pond. Panning puddle. Nice little seat right there. Nice deep spot to pan. Nice pan of gold. Let's do it. Okay, let's play a little game. Leave a comment below. How many pieces of gold do you think are in here? And then we'll see if I can count that high. Might not be a good game after all, because there's gonna be so much fly poop. I won't be able to count it all. And then where do you stop? What size piece of gold do you stop at? Okay, let's go with this. How many pieces and then how many pickers? I'm hoping there's 2 pickers. 2 pickers and like 100 pieces of gold. That's my guess. Hopefully you already left yours below. some of these bigger rocks out of here. No nuggets, no big nuggets. Down to the nitty-gritty. Let's see what's in the pan. Okay, what do we have? Oh, I see gold. Oh, not a terribly huge amount. There might be 10 bigger pieces and another 20 micros. No pickers. Oh, I expected more than that. Well, that's what I vacuumed off Bedrock. That's what I would have lost if I just went with my fingers, shovel, and the little pick. The vacuum, that's all bonus for the vacuum. Now let's clean the hose and see if we would have lost anything due to the ribbed hose. Hosed? Hosed it. All clean. All clean. Believe it or not, that there is what was stuck in the hose for volume. Now let's see if we have any gold stuck in the hose. 3 tiny pieces, and I mean tiny. These are fly poops. They're tiny, and that's all I would have lost if I didn't clean out the hose. 1/1,000,000th of what I found today. Now before I show you what I got for the day, I want to run just over the edge there to where the really good material under the boulders was and see if the water's low enough to expose that yet. If it is, I'm going to do one pan there to show you. If not, we'll have to wait for later on in the summer. But let's go see if we can find one good pan. Oh, I think some of the good boulders might be free. Let's go see. I never would have guessed the water would be down this far already. Those rocks right there, still slightly underwater, are the best. But these up here, I think I can probably actually get some material from underneath 1 or 2 of them and get a good pan. Well, that wasn't enough to fill a pan. Let's get some more from behind the rock, in front of the rock, between the rocks, somewhere. Okay, I went underneath that rock there, got a full pan, plus a little bit from a crevice over there, and let's see how it goes. The surging water just swamped my boot. Oops. It's an awkward place to pan. So in the past, the gold over here has been very, very good. Underneath those boulders has always given me very nice pans with 20, 30 pieces in every pan, and good sized pieces too. So I just want to show you what this side of the claim looks like. And you're probably asking, why was I over on the other side if I know there's good gold here? Well, I didn't expect the water to be so low to start with. And kind of I wanted to know what was up under those rocks. I want there to be big gold up there. I've found big gold there before. I want to find it there again. Something is telling me if I want the biggest gold, I have to go up there. If I want volume of little stuff, I come down here. Oh, I saw some gold in there. Stratify it, get it down to the bottom. I know I'm not skunked. Piece of gold. Oh, there's like 5 pieces of gold right there in the back corner. Let's hope for a good pan to end the day off with. Okay, that should be down enough. We should be able to tell, well, if there's gold. I know there's gold. How much? Now, what does a good pan look like? That's what a good pan looks like. Gold everywhere. Now that makes me wish I'd spent the day over here. That's a nice pan. This is not the contents of my snuffer bottle. This is just one pan from the hot spot on this claim. And I know I have people yelling at me right now, Dan, spend the whole day there. How can you leave that? Well, I do plan to come back when the water drops a little bit more and spend a whole day here. I haven't been down on this claim for a while because my heart couldn't handle the hike out. My heart is doing healthy. My heart is doing healthy? My heart is doing better. I got a clean bill of health from the cardiologist. And yes, I will spend a full day on this gold later this spring. Now let's check out what's in that snuffer bottle. And look at that! Nothing! No, that's not right. There it is. Complete smile of gold. One nice picker, a lot of big flake, and that's gonna add up. Let's get in one spot. I'm gonna guess that's 3/4 of a gram of gold. I will take this home, clean it up, and leave a weight right here. Awesome day, awesome gold, awesome place. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give me that thumbs up. If I haven't earned your subscription yet, I hope I earned your subscription today. And a big thanks to everyone for watching, especially my patrons. Hope you're all having a great day. I just did. Bye.